Welcome back, everyone, to another session of Celebrity Dungeons & Dragons. I'm Joe Rogan, your Dungeon Master, and we're diving right back into the heart of the action. When we last left off, our heroes had infiltrated a goblin stronghold and discovered their chieftain's hut, only for Donald in his eagerness to bungle the element of surprise. Now they stand face to face with a room full of startled but suddenly hostile goblins, weapons drawn. Let's set the scene. Flickering torchlight illuminates the uneven walls of this large hut. The goblin chieftain, decked out in piecemeal armor and a crooked, dented helm adorned with feathers, narrows his beady eyes at you. At his barked orders, a half-dozen goblins leap from behind overturned crates and burlap sacks. You smell stale ale, old straw, and sweat. Outside, distant forest sounds fall silent as if the night itself is holding its breath. Let's pick up where we left off. Everyone, roll initiative.
The Donald rolls a strong 16.
Let's see. I have a 14.
Got me an 11, Joe.
Thok rolls a mighty 18. I'm ready to smash these evil little gremlins.
The goblins roll, that's a 13 for them, and the chieftain himself gets a 17. All right, so our order is Thok first, then Donald, then the goblin chieftain, Harmonious, the goblin guards, and Scrappy Joe last.
Perfect. Thok is front and center, right? I'm raging. I want to rage.
Thok is going into a frenzy.
All right, Thok, as you let out a guttural roar, you feel the blood pounding in your ears and your muscles tense, doubling your ferocity. The chieftain's eyes widen a bit. How do you attack?
Thok raises his great axe and charges the nearest guard. I'm swinging hard.
That's a 19 to hit.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
Let's see. That's 11 slashing damage.
With a single mighty swing, your axe sinks deep into the goblin guard's shoulder. He emits a shrill, panicked squeal, then collapses in a limp heap. Gore aside, you've made a strong first impression.
Take that, you little creep. We, the good people of this realm, will stop your schemes. You cowardly, evil little goblins. Tyranny never prevails. Ah!
Okay, let's move on.
The Donald approves of that move, Thok. Excellent. I focus on the chieftain. I want to show him who's boss. I'll stride confidently forward and swing my great sword right at him. I got a 15 total.
The chieftain wears shabby but effective armor. However, a 15 is just what you need. Your blade finds a gap in his defenses. Roll damage.
That's 10 points of slashing damage, Joe. The best damage, truly.
Your greatsword slashes across the chieftain's scrawny chest. He staggers back, clutching at the wound, eyes furious. Despite the pain, he remains on his feet. The chieftain snarls, revealing sharp, yellowed teeth.
Nicely done, Donald. Let's see if I can soften them up further. Harmonious lifts his lute and plucks a dissonant chord, casting vicious mockery at one of the goblin guards. I say, your fighting form is sloppier than a donkey's dancing.
Let's hold on. Chieftain goes before Harmonious. I almost skipped him in the order. My apologies. The turn order after Donald is the chieftain. Let's rewind a second.
No problem, Joe. Let the boss goblin have his turn.
The chieftain snarls and whips out a jagged scimitar. He lunges at Donald, enraged by the wound he just gave him. That's a 17 to hit you, Donald.
My armor class is 16, so that hits, unfortunately.
The blade scrapes along your scaled hide, dealing 5 points of slashing damage. He sneers in Goblin, which you can't understand, but you're pretty sure it's not a compliment. Now, Harmonious, it's your turn.
Great. Back to my plan. Vicious mockery on a goblin guard. The guard needs a wisdom save.
Goblin rolls a 9. Not good enough.
Perfect. That's 1d4 psychic damage, a 3. And it has disadvantage on its next attack.
The goblin clutches its head and whimpers, looking around in confusion. Harmonious, your barbed words seem to sting worse than physical blows. Next, the goblin guards. 4 remain. 1 is reeling from your insult. Another decides to target Thok since he just brutally ended their friend. The one with disadvantage strikes at Thok. With disadvantage, that's an 8 total. Thok, your thick hide and raging aura of intimidation make it easy to dodge.
You'll have to try harder than that, you scum!
Another guard tries to flank Donald. That's a 14, which is less than your AC, so you definitely block it.
And effortlessly, I might add.
Third goblin tries to get at Harmonious, hoping to silence that mocking tongue. A 10. Harmonious, what's your AC?
My AC is 13, so I'm safe.
Right you are, Harmonious. The goblin's rusted blade scrapes harmlessly off your leather armor. The last goblin guard rushes at Scrappy Joe, seeing him as a smaller, weaker target. That's a 15 to hit.
Uh-oh, my AC is 14, so that hits.
You take 4 points of slashing damage as the goblin nips your arm. It smirks wickedly, proud of landing a hit. Scrappy Joe, it's your turn now.
All right, tough guy. I'll show you what a halfling rogue can do. I'll use my cunning action to disengage from this goblin, dart around to its flank, and stab at it with my short sword. I rolled a 17 to hit.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
That's 6 damage total.
Your blade slips past the goblin's crude armor. It yelps and staggers, wounded but still alive. This one's tougher than it looks. Top of the round, Thok, you're up again. Your rage still boils hot.
Perfect. Thok bellows
Tell me your secrets, you green conspirators.
and swings at another goblin guard. A solid 18.
9 damage.
With a fierce swing, you cleave into another goblin. It falls, twitching, and does not rise. Donald, your turn. The chieftain stands wounded in front of you, breathing heavily, trying to maintain his authority. What do?
I'm going for the chieftain again. Let's finish this. A 13 to hit.
That's not quite enough. The chieftain parries your blow with his scimitar, sparks flying in the torchlight. The chieftain's turn. Furious, he snarls and tries to strike Donald again, but this time he's more desperate. A 9. He swings wide and you effortlessly sidestep. Harmonious. What's next?
I'll try something different. I'll cast Fairy Fire to light up the chieftain and his guards. They need to make a dexterity saving throw.
The chieftain and 2 remaining guards roll dex saves. Chieftain gets a 10, guards get an 11 and a 4. All fail. Now they're outlined in shimmering violet light.
Perfect. Everyone attacking them now has advantage.
The chieftain hisses, his outline glowing. The guards look at themselves in panic. Goblin's turn. The one Scrappy Joe wounded tries to retaliate. Let's resolve the one affected by vicious mockery first. It tries to stab Thok, but it has disadvantage, so a 3 on the lower roll. It flails and misses horribly. The other uninjured guard tries to hit Donald again, furious about the glowing form. A 7, no luck. They seem rattled. Scrappy Joe, your turn again. You see the glowing goblins, easy targets.
I'll finish off the wounded one in front of me. Attacking with advantage now. Highest is a 19. That's a hit. 7 damage total.
The goblin shrieks and collapses, the violet outline flickering before going dark. Only 1 guard and the chieftain remain. Back to Thok.
Thok smashes the last guard with advantage.
17 is good. Damage is 10 damage.
The last guard falls in a heap of ugly green flesh. Now only the chieftain remains, cornered, glowing, and wounded. Donald, finish this.
With advantage, right? A natural 20. I love winning. Double damage dice. That's 14 total damage.
With a triumphant roar, your greatsword arcs through the air.
Hold on, Joe. Don't steal my glory. My great sword arcs through the air in such a majestic swing. We've never seen quite a swing like that. Neither had that pathetic little goblin, for that matter. And he'll never see one like that again, that I can tell you.
You stand in the chieftain's hut, surrounded by goblin corpses and the faint scent of victory. Your new ally, Thok, watches approvingly. Harmonious, your spells fade, leaving only the dim torchlight. Scrappy Joe, your arm stings where the goblin cut you, but you're alive. Donald, you stand tall, victorious.
I love winning.
We should search the hut, see if the chieftain was hiding anything that explains these attacks.
Agreed. I'll start checking the chieftain's belongings.
Thok keeps watch at the entrance. We must be vigilant. There could be more of these goblins lurking around.
Good idea. I want to know why these goblins dared to cross us.
All right, Harmonious and Scrappy Joe, you search the hut on the chieftain's crude throne, little more than a wicker chair draped in animal hides. You find a scrap of parchment marked with that same sinister symbol you've seen before, the emblem of an old evil deity. There's also a rough-hewn wooden box sealed with twine. Inside the box you find a tarnished amulet carved with the same symbol. Its metal is etched with strange runes. It hums faintly in your hand as if alive with low dark energy. The goblins must have been following some higher command, some ancient evil that's begun to stir again. This explains their brazen attacks. They weren't just hungry marauders, they were on a mission.
Harmonious frowns, carefully examining the amulet. This is no mere trinket. I sense old magic here.
Scrappy Joe backs away a step. So what will we do with it?
Thok crosses his arms, scowling.
We destroy it when we find out who sits behind this and in them.
The Donald nods. We'll get to the bottom of this. Nobody messes with Willowdale or with us and gets away with it.
As you stand amidst the aftermath of the battle, you realize your adventure has only just begun. The goblin threat is quelled for now, but the presence of this strange amulet and the symbol of a dark god hint at greater dangers ahead. Willowdale will need heroes like you, to uncover the truth and protect what's good in the world. And that's where we'll pause for today's session. A hard-fought victory, some answers, and more questions. Gentlemen, well done. We'll pick up next time to see where this mystery leads.
Good session, everyone. I'm intrigued to see what lies behind all this.
Thok is ready for anything. Bring it on!
Another triumph. I love it.
This is getting serious. I'm in. Let's solve this.
Great to hear. Until next time, folks, thanks for joining us on Celebrity Dungeons & Dragons. We'll be back soon with more intrigue, more action, and more surprises. Please like and subscribe so you can catch the latest episodes.
Please like and subscribe to Brayton's YouTube channel to catch the latest content.